Hello, this is Mr. Miller, your favorite math teacher, and you are my favorite students. Welcome to video number 13, consecutive integer problems. We're currently doing a unit on word problems, and this is a classic word problem. And hopefully through this video, you can learn how to do consecutive integer problems. In fact, tomorrow, just to see if you got it, probably when you come into class, there'll be a small quiz on this, and you can use your journal notes, and you'll have a few minutes to ask me questions if you have questions about the journal assignment. So take notes if you need to. Here we go. First, we want to consider what consecutive means. Things that are consecutive follow one another in a series, following each other without interruption. So that's the dictionary definition, but I'll explain what we mean by consecutive integers. So let's make a list. Look at this first problem here, problem A. It says list 4 consecutive integers. That means integers that come in order, starting with 7. So we're going to start with 7, and the next consecutive integer would be 8. There are integers that follow in order. Then the next one would be 9, and the next one 10. There's my 4 consecutive integers starting with 7. So again, consecutive means they follow in order, one after the other. Okay, B, list 3 consecutive integers starting with 24. So my first one's going to be 24. My next one would be 25. And the last one, 26. Sometimes they specify just even or odd. So in part C, it says list 5 consecutive even integers starting with 30. Okay, so 30 is the first one. They're consecutive even. So the next even would be 32, then 34, then 36, and then 38. There's 5 of them. So 5 even numbers that follow in order. Okay, the next one's list 2 consecutive odd integers starting with 19. So there's only 2 this time. So we start with 19 and we're half done. There's only one more. The next consecutive odd integer would be 21. Okay, let's look at a couple more examples. So let's do these 4 lists real quick and then we'll get to the word problems. So 2 consecutive integers. So I didn't say even or odd, so consecutive integers starting with 18. So we have 18 and 19. So remember, integers are the numbers without decimals. They can be positive and negative, like -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So all the numbers that don't have a decimal. Next one, 4 consecutive integers starting with 62. I think by now you got this. 62, 63, 64, and 65. Okay, next one has the word even in it. 3 consecutive even integers starting with 14. 14, the next even integer is 16, and the next one 18. Okay, last example, 5 consecutive odd integers starting with 17. 17, 19, 21, 23, and 25. Okay, so I think we got the idea what consecutive integers and consecutive even and odd integers mean. Here go the problems. So we'll do a couple examples. The first one says find 2 consecutive integers whose sum is 113. I don't know where to start, so I'm going to let x equal the first one. And the next integer would be 1 greater than that. So the next one is x plus 1. So these are my 2 consecutive integers. Whatever x is, the next one is x plus 1. All right, so now let's go back to the problem. Whose sum is 113? So I'm going to take the first one, x, plus the second one, x plus 1, and I'm going to set that equal to 113. So that's my first integer, that's my second one. Okay, so now we combine like terms. 2x plus 1 equals 113. So 2x equals 112. And that would mean x equals 56. That's my first one. So we have to answer the question. It says find 2 consecutive integers. So the first integer must be 56, and the second one 57. And sure enough, if you add them, you get 113. All right, example B. Find 3 consecutive integers. So x is the first one, x plus 1 would be the second one, If I add one more time, I'd have x plus 2. Okay, it's going up by 1 every time. So maybe it's 4, 5, 6, or 10, 11, 12. All right, so whose sum is 156. So here we go. We're going to add them up. X plus 1 plus x plus 2. Those are my three numbers. Their sum is 156. Okay, so combine like terms. You get 3x plus 3 is 156. I get 3x equals 153. Let me divide 153 by 3. And I get 51. So x equals 51. Again, that's the starting number. So I got to go back to my expressions and find all three numbers. So the three consecutive numbers would be 51, 52, and 53. Okay, those add up to 153. That's the answer to the problem. Okay, the next one involves three consecutive even integers. So this is just about knowing how to set it up. The first even integer, again, I'm going to let be x. But the second one is not x plus 1, it's x plus 2. So for instance, if you have an even integer like 10, the next one is 12. It's 2 more than 10. And then the third one would be x plus 4. So maybe it's 10, 12, 14, or 20, 22, 24. Anyway, so the sum is 240. So add up our three numbers. Equals 240. You don't have to underline them all the time, but I like to emphasize. These are our three consecutive even integers. So we get 3x plus 6 is 240. 3x must be 234. And I'm going to do a little division. And I get x equals 78. That's my first even integer. So we wanted three of them. 78. That's x. X plus 2 would be 80. X plus 4 would be 82. Those are my three consecutive even integers. All right, let's keep it rolling. Two consecutive odd integers whose sum is 276. First one is x. The next one is x plus 2. Okay, we skip one. So like 9 and 11. If 9 is the first number, 9 plus 2 would be the second number, 11. Okay, so I don't know what they are, so just x and x plus 2. We want their sum to be 276. Okay, so 2x plus 2 equals 276. 2x equals 274. And I'm going to divide that. And my beautiful calculator says 137. That's the first odd number. So my two odd numbers are 137 and 139. Okay, here's our last example. So it says find two consecutive odd integers such that the sum of the smaller and 3 times the larger is 66. So here we go. We're going to let x equal the smaller one. So x equals the smaller odd number, and x plus 2 would equal the larger one. Okay, so we got to use this relationship. The sum of the smaller, so x, plus 3 times the larger, so 3 times x plus 2 is equal to 66. Okay, so if we distribute and combine like terms, we get x plus 3x plus 6 equals 66. So 4x equals 60 if we combine like terms and subtract the 6, or x equals 15. So we get our two numbers are 15 and 17. Okay, so let's give it a try. Time for the journal assignment. So just 3 problems. Show your work on these. The first one are 3 consecutive integers. The second one are 3 consecutive even integers. And the last one's like a challenge problem, 2 consecutive even integers. Okay, so Good luck. I'll be happy to answer questions in class.